It's a new day, but my truck is squatting right now. Let me get some bags off of this truck quick and then we'll talk about this real quick. Just funny story. A little winded. I just took all these bags off. Okay, just a quick story and then I'm gonna get to work here. So obviously I went to Lowe's. I got my usual. I ordered my 25 bags of concrete. That's been my pattern. I checked my rain catchment and it didn't have too much in it because the weather's been getting a little warmer. We haven't really been getting a lot of rain lately. What I decided to do was, instead of wait for the rain, I can't waste a good weekend, even though it is a little bit warm out here. I'm starting to bring my own water. So I brought a couple of buckets last time when I was just bringing some blocks to the property to get ready. So I wasn't gonna mix any concrete. So I figure I got a couple of buckets with lids. You know, every time I come to the farm, I'll bring another 10 gallons, drop it in the rain catchment just to pick myself back up again, so that when today comes, I can mix some concrete. Okay. I go to my truck, I wait for the guy to come out, and I jump in the back of the truck and we start loading. As we're loading, a couple of the bags had little, you know, the corners of these bags sometimes tear, that kind of stuff. He was just like, oh yeah, that one's torn. I'll just give that one to you. And, you know, on one hand, I appreciate the bag, right? It's free concrete, I'll take it. On the other hand, I was very specific about the 25 bags for a reason. This truck cannot carry excessive loads. And so I thought, okay, it's just one bag, no big deal. And then there was another bag. He's like, you know, I'll give that one to you. And I'm like, oh no, please stop being so generous because you're gonna break my truck. So I'm taking these bags and I'm thinking to myself, if he says that one more time, I'm gonna have to stop him. And so eventually we got all the bags in and I'm like, okay, we're good. And even towards the end of it, when we started loading the very last ones here on the end, I got off the back of the truck because I'm thinking, I'm a couple bags of concrete. So let me take that load off the back of the truck and then we'll replace it with concrete bags. And on top of my usual load, I don't normally bring buckets of water. So now I have 10 gallons of water, which is, I don't know, that's probably 80 to 100 pounds right there. So I've got 10 gallons of water on top of additional bags of concrete on top of me standing in the back of the bed. I was done. I'm like, I'm jumping off. So anyways, I just thought it was kind of funny. And then of course I come around to the side of my truck just to see it, you know, low riding all the way down the road. It was an experience taking it on the highway. I didn't like it, but it got me here. So just a word to the wise. Let's be careful with how much concrete you put in the back of your truck. Oh man. Ugh, I'm sweating. I don't know if it's the heat or if it's my nerves, but let's get to work. Let's see, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. That one on top makes 25. That would be what I normally purchase without the extra 80 pounds of water. Then I got another bag there, another bag there, another bag there. Oh, so an extra 150 pounds I wasn't accounting for. Hello. All right. let me get my keys first. So, I am done for today. It is very hot outside, and I had to mix up more concrete bags than I was planning. So, I am hopeful that I'm almost done, at least with the footers. Actually, I think I am done. I'm very lucky to have gotten those couple of extra bags because it just finished. I think the concrete gods were looking out for me because it was just enough. So, I guess the next thing is to let this cure up, which shouldn't be a problem because I only get out here on the weekends, so it's going to have a full week to harden up. And then maybe next week I'm going to start looking into laying the blocks. Luckily, I don't have to do too many courses, 1 to 2 courses. There might be a third course, it depends, after I finish those 2. I want to see where it ends up, but I have a feeling it's going to be almost flush with finished grade. That was probably my fault. The building code basically says we have a 6-inch frost line, and I need the bottom of the footer has to be at least 12 inches in depth. Cool. I dug to 12 inches. I didn't have to dig exactly to 12 inches. I could have dug to 10 inches or 11 inches and poured my footer from there, because it's 12 inches from finish grade. Meaning I could have built the dirt up a little bit on the sides, which is really what I want to do. And I think where I'm at right now is I'm going to have 2 inches of the top block sticking out at the highest part of the ground. Will I be off the ground? Yes. Is 2 inches enough for all this work that I've done? It might almost be worth it to put just 1 extra course of blocks just to get me another 8 inches off the ground, and then I'll be a good, let's say maybe 10 to 12 inches off the ground, depending if I'm 2 to 4 inches, whatever. We'll see. It's hard to think right now because I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm tired. But I have a feeling I'm going to convince myself, unless I just get really sick and tired of working with concrete. Have I mentioned I'm not a mason? Concrete is heavy, it's hard to work with, and there's no room for errors. So it's super stressful if you've never done this before. With wood, you just pull the screws out, or pull the nails out, bang it with a hammer to pull the pieces, the boards, and reconfigure. Oh, you put an extra stud in there, saws all that thing out, and keep working. And worst case scenario, if you absolutely just botch the entire build job, just throw it in the burn pile and try again, right? It's so nice. But if you mess up with concrete, what are you going to do? Like, God help you, because you have many tons of stone, of hardened rock now that you have to somehow break up and dispose of or find some other use for. And chipped up concrete does not look very pretty unless you really grind it down to, back to an aggregate. So really you're just stuck with like fill, concrete fill, which is useless. Nobody wants that stuff. Anyways, I'm running on a tangent because I'm hot. I'm in the car, I'm cooling off. I'm running out of water. It's time to get home. As always, you guys, be good. I'll see you on the next one.